Hey there, Dr. Mark here, and welcome to my latest video where I'll be showing you a step-by-step process to find your nutrition coaching niche. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the questions I ask myself, as well as my clients to help them narrow down their niche, and how you can do the same. Finding your niche is crucial in the online nutrition coaching space because it allows you to stand out, market your services more effectively, and get better results for your clients. And make sure to stay around to the end of this video. I have a way for you to wrap this up much more quicker and effectively in a quick 5-minute quiz. I'll share how to get that quiz at the end of the video and an opportunity to work with me as well at the end of the video completely free of charge. But first, let's dive into the steps. The first step in finding your nutrition coaching niche is to reflect on your personal experience. Here's what you're gonna wanna ask yourself. Based on your own personal experience with nutrition, what is the one big problem you've been able to solve? Whether it's weight loss, performance, or any other problem, your niche is likely to be something that you've had yourself and you've been able to work through. This is generally where your passion lies. A lot of times, and I can't emphasize this enough, the thing that we're best suited to niche down and help others with is something that we've worked through ourselves. For me personally, it was creating a process around dieting for 2-hour weight class sports because I'm a competitive powerlifter. This was the thing that woke me up at night, the thing that I couldn't stop thinking about. How could I optimize this process? How could I make it the best for me and the people around me? That's the thing you need to focus on. So reflect on your own personal experience and the thing that you know inside and out. It's important to do this because you know exactly what that person feels like. And helping others do this as well means that it's no longer just about us. That's impact and service, so that is the first question I'd ask myself. And a great story and example of this and something I've witnessed firsthand is my client Eden. Eden was a busy personal trainer who decided to take her business online with the help of nutrition coaching, but when she first started, she was focused on helping everyone. And it was tough and the message fell flat because when you're focused on serving everyone, no one really knows who it's for. But she has a really unique personal experience. She's actually a professionally trained visual artist who went to school and actually worked as an animator. And she actually left that profession because she was so burnt out. She was working super long hours as a creative artist and not prioritizing her health. She stopped and actually became a personal trainer so she could finally help herself. But through asking herself these questions, she discovered there's many artists that are just like that. They don't take care of themselves, they gain weight, they have a hard time hitting creative deadlines. All things that can be solved through specific nutrition and training strategies. So now she's niched down, focusing on helping these artists. And her business is now specific, it's effective, and it's effortless. All because she based things on her personal experience. So I hope I got the wheels turning for you here. Feel free to stop and take notes and think about your personal experience. The next thing that's important here is that these people, they belong to specific groups. So let's work through that next in step number 2, identify specific groups. Next, think about any specific groups you belong to. Community organizations, clubs, hobbies, sports, or even career-based groups. There are likely pockets of people within these groups that need specific help. Firefighters have different specific needs than people playing flag football. Thinking where you belong could help as a good starting point to finding your niche. For example, if you think about your career and your social circle, like maybe nutrition coaching is something you do on the side and you have a full-time job. What do those people that belong to that group or that job, what do they struggle with? For example, you're an accountant and you work for an accounting firm and you're around people that love numbers, but they are bogged down with so many workplace dynamics, the break room and donuts, a sedentary job where they don't move around a lot, all things that are impacting their nutrition and their health. But no one's ever showed them how to view their nutrition as a spreadsheet and as a way to use numbers to overcome things like obesity and take control of their health. This is the stuff you need to think about, and there's probably something that's right in front of your nose. Based on the stuff that you're involved with, that would be really helpful for you to niche down towards. The other thing that I love about specific groups is that you always have something else to talk about. For example, we have a rockstar group of students in the Dr. Mark method that work with athletes in Western sports. We're talking bull riders and barrel racers. These are people that are on rodeos and horses all day long. My client Megan realized this and decided to make that her niche. She's a former barrel racer and she's constantly around horses. Since her potential clients also like horses, she can just talk about horse stuff. It doesn't always have to be nutrition and fitness. She has another thing to talk about. Niching down helps you do that. You take two things based on interest and you put them together. This whole process gets so much easier though when you start to think about specific people. So let's move on to our next step, step 3, thinking about specific people you've been able to help. Think about a person you've been able to help or your favorite client you've ever worked with. If you're currently not working with clients, think about someone in your life that always is asking you questions and is really passionate about the topics of nutrition and fitness. What were they trying to accomplish? What are the things that they saw in you that they knew they needed to ask you? If you are working with clients, think about the person you enjoyed working with the most. The person who you were really confident you could help. What were their attributes? Were they ready to take action? Were they confused about where to start? These questions speak to the type of language we need to use in our social media content. Ask yourself what they were trying to accomplish and what was the positive payoff for them. What about the situation made you feel so passionate? Was it because you knew exactly how you're going to be able to help that person? Because you had been there yourself and you knew exactly what to do? What were those things? Because once we know who this ideal person is, you can start to put yourself out there in ways to attract more people like it. That's what marketing does and what it really helps with. But you have to start with asking yourself the right questions. Next, I like to think about this in an ideal world scenario. And this is step number 4. And in an ideal world, who would you like to help? Take away all the thinking like, will this actually be successful? Will it make money, or can these people even afford it? Take that all away and think about who your ideal client would be. What are they struggling with and what do they want to achieve? This exercise will help you get a clearer picture of who this person is and what they need help with before we start to put it all together. Which we're gonna do now in step number 5, which is to check for themes. Okay, so based on the answers from the previous questions, have you noticed any themes about who your ideal client is and what they're trying to achieve? Find some common ground between who this person is, their age, their occupation, the result that they want to achieve, how it feels not having that result. This is pain, focus on the pain, and how you can offer your solution based on your experience. This last one, this is where your superpower is. I remember the exact moment when we found that with Eden, who was the coach that I detailed earlier. She was describing her experience as an artist, working long hours, doing creative work, and completely being burnt out. And then she detailed and she was telling me how she helped a tattoo artist lose nearly 100 pounds in a similar way. It was a light bulb moment. This is how you reach people that no one else will be able to. You just need to connect all the dots and stick with it. And here's the last thing that's helpful. Competition. It shouldn't scare you. If anything, it should help you. And here's what you want to do. Check if there's someone already working in this niche. If there is, look at what kind of content that they're creating and see how you can build on their success and make it your own. Now, if there isn't anyone else, this could be an opportunity to completely grab and own the niche, but it may mean something else, like there isn't enough demand or you're being too specific. I remember first learning this lesson many years ago, actually in the research world. I was creating a first of its kind study. I was studying nutrition in newly diagnosed patients of a certain disease. It was super specific and controlled, and we were gonna get some really good outcomes because we narrowed down the criteria of what we were looking for so specifically. But there was one big problem. There wasn't that many people. In recruiting patients, something that should have taken me only 1 year ended up taking me 5, and I stayed in grad school forever. But this isn't the same thing when there is competition. Someone's already validated that this is a thing that works, and you can build on their success, especially in your social media content. Find the competition and assess what they're doing well. What type of content are they creating? What are they focusing on? Build on their success and turn it into your own. Focus on similar things in terms of the topic, the style, the delivery, but make it into your own and double down on that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. And everybody wants to be first place. But do you know what you need to do before you become the champ? Then top 5, then 3rd place, then 2nd place. And you get there through using other successful examples and making it your own. Now, I hope these questions have helped you get a clear idea of your nutrition coaching niche, but I do want to help you take this even further. Let me send you a totally free around 5-minute quiz with similar questions. You fill it out, I'll review it, and I'll personally give you some insight. All you gotta do is comment niche below and I'll get it over to you. Here's an opportunity for you to work with me completely for free, so take me up on that. Now, as great as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting a nutrition coaching business, the next thing I'll have you do, check out this video right here. If you're still wondering about your nutrition coaching niche, I'm gonna show you the top 5 most profitable niches out there today. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.